oxygen, you're on the ropes, oh, tied up in your own glove.
All right, so I got 5 tips coming. I'm not claiming to be any expert, but I have been an entrepreneur for the past decade or so. And I've definitely learned some things and things that I try to carry into my life. And I'm just going to share them as we go here.
So tell me how do you get out of the line of fire? Someday, somehow, we'll be safe and sound in the ropes and
All right, tip number 1, and I hope I'm a decent example of this, is take care of your health. There's kind of this like startup culture where it's no sleep, it's Red Bulls, it's working 25 hours a day. And I think it's really a short-term mentality. It's not sustainable. You know, as a startup, as, you know, a young person starting a business, like you, Pat, right?
Yeah.
You're a one-man show. You're the person driving the business forward. You are the business. If you get sick, the business gets sick.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're kind of the only person driving the business, like, your health is a big deal. So if you take care of your health, not only are you more likely to survive in the long term, but you're also bringing your best self. You can accomplish just as much in half the time, and it's just more sustainable, more long-term way of looking at things. And I love the saying, a healthy man has 1,000 problems, a sick man has one. And there's going to be 1,000 problems that come up every day in your business, and every single one is solvable. But if you lose your health, that is the one thing that can bring it all down. That is not solvable. It is solvable, but again, without you, there's no business. So prioritize your health, especially your mental health. There's going to be a lot of pressure and things like that. So take care of yourself, and that's where I would say to start.
the one that you defend. So tell me how do you get out of the line of fire? Someday, somehow, we'll be safe and sound in the ropes and wires. So tell me how do you get out of the line of fire?
So we're visiting Coach Tom's house. He's been on the podcast, if you follow the podcast. And he's got some swim gear for me. I'm very much a newbie swimmer and trying to learn to swim. He's got some goggles for me that hopefully will work for free. All right, we'll do tip number 2 as we're walking here. And I alluded to it in tip number 1. And tip number 2 is to think long term. And I think something that's kind of like a chronic problem, whether it's with your health or your career or whatever, is everybody wants like the 30-day short-term fix. They want the overnight success, and that is just not going to happen. And the more you can think long-term and put things in perspective, the hard times become a little easier for you. And just think long-term. You know, maybe you've been working on what you're working on for 5 years now, right? And if it's your goal and it's your dreams, like I always encourage people to not put a time limit on your dreams. What's another 3, 5, 10 years to reach where you want to go? So number 2, think long term. Look at this, huh? Can't beat this.
Got the screens.
TRX, bike, treadmill.
It's relatively warm in here too.
I just turned the heater off.
Appreciate it. Tom, 1 to 10, how much do I suck at swimming? 10 being good.
1 to 10, how much do you suck at swimming?
So yeah, one I can't swim, 10.
But I'd rather not say the negative. I'd rather say how much better have you gotten since you started.
Hey.
On 1 to 10, I'll ask you. Since you started swimming consistently, how much better have you gotten?
I
On a
mean,
scale of 1 to 10.
I'm 5 better.
Okay. And how long?
Like comfort-wise.
How long have you been swimming?
6 months, not even consistently.
So that's your answer.
Those are like. Cool, dude. I appreciate it.
So I'm going to contact you at some point.
All right, man.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you.
We'll catch you. Okay. All right, number 3 before we go get a latte here is don't buy dumb shit. And I think there's kind of this like tendency as an entrepreneur to want to like, whether it's like flex to your friends or like show some kind of success, even though you're a young person and all you've done starting a company is probably only spend money. But mainly for 2 reasons. One, because if you're doing something big and you're young, you probably need support from other people. You need investors, right? And to take money from other people that you're responsible for and to overpay yourself maybe, but also just spend it on stupid things when, you know, you are indebted to other people, I don't think is right. I think you can buy stupid shit once you've paid back everyone that has supported you in your dreams. So just something I think, you know, you shouldn't do. And secondly, you should be prepared to, at different points, like for example, for me, for the past 2 years, I haven't made a dime, you know, and you got to get creative, and there's going to be long periods of time, especially as you're starting up a business where like you can't pay yourself and you can't make money. And the more you're able to withstand that and not kind of give in to the urge to, you know, go get a corporate job and feel comfortable and take your energy away from what you're doing, the more you're going to be able to stay in the game. And the only reason I'm really still in the game is because I live simply. I can live off of 30 grand a year, and I just keep things simple, and that has allowed me to kind of withstand like long stretches of not having money. So don't buy dumb shit. Spend wisely, and that'll keep you going and keep you in the game. I got my oat milk latte. Shout out to Red Eye Roasters. Amazing oat milk latte, turmeric latte. So number 4 is embrace your lack of experience. And I kind of mean that in 2 ways. The first one is like accept that you don't know what you're doing and you don't know everything, and be coachable and be open to taking people's advice, and, you know, just be open to the fact that you don't know everything, and just constantly be learning and accepting that you're going to make mistakes and learn as much as you can. But also on the flip side of that, realize that your lack of experience is a huge advantage, and you're not going to, because you don't know how things are done, you're not going to see things as they've always been done, and that kind of inherently leads to innovation, and it leads to you seeing things differently and doing things differently and doing things in a way that maybe people haven't done. So embrace the lack of experience. It's both an advantage and a disadvantage, but it can all be an advantage if you stay coachable and you keep learning and stay open-minded. All right, final one, and my sweat is starting to get cold now and I'm shivering, so I apologize. Tip number 5 is you gotta believe in yourself, and you almost have to believe in yourself to a delusional point. And you're gonna get people that just don't understand what you're doing, especially people close to you. You're gonna get friends and family that, you know, are like, when are you gonna get a job? When are you gonna get a real gig? When are you gonna start saving for retirement? All of these different pressures, and when it's coming from people you love, it's hard to hear. But you just gotta stay confident, and you have to realize that those comments come from a place of love, and those people want the best for you. But your goal in life as an entrepreneur, hopefully with big goals, right, is very different than their goal in life, right? So they want what's best for you, and those things come from a place of love, but your goal is, to change the world. Your goal is to, have generational wealth. So why would you take the same steps they've taken? And you just got to put that in perspective and stay confident, and don't let those things get to you. And there's going to be 1,000 challenges and 1,000 things that come up, and things are going to take way longer than you think. And there's going to be down times when you don't believe in yourself and you doubt yourself, and you just gotta, again, kind of ties back to the long-term way of thinking. You just gotta stay confident and believe in yourself, and just know that you truly can do anything you want, and there's nothing stopping you from doing it. You just gotta stay confident. All right, so those are my 5 tips there. I hope they help. Obviously, they're not like tactical, like get a good accountant type advice, or more like broad life type advice as an entrepreneur. And I'm still learning, and like I just said, keep learning as well, and I hope that helps. If you would, I'm going to be doing more of these videos with Pat, as I said in the previous video, so give us a subscribe, throw the like on there, throw a comment on there, much appreciated, and DM me if you want to see any particular videos on anything or questions you have, and maybe we'll do one.
La 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 la